Yo guys, we're here for another episode of our Bolton career mode on FIFA 19, starting today's episode off with a game against Middlesbrough, hoping to regain a little bit of form of how we played in the last episode, not being in the best of form, not scoring many goals, and hoping to improve that in this game, playing Middlesbrough, giving Rusevalo his first game after signing on transfer deadline day. It was his debut today, as we decided to add a little bit more pace down that left hand side, change it up a little bit, and we also started playing Stephen Ireland from the off in this game as well, as we wanted that player. He just seems to be a better player than Oztuma in that cam role. He's better at creating chances and taking chances as well. That's one thing that I do not like about Oztuma at the moment, is that his finishing isn't the best, whereas Ireland, I know that I can put him on the ball and he'll end up putting the ball in the back of the net if he takes the shot and has the space to take it. But anyway, going straight into this game, 20 minutes in, we had to wait for the first chance, which came just here with Middlesbrough, who Saville takes the shot, and luckily for us, the defender gets in the way and takes it out for a corner kick, but nothing comes of that. But that's all that happened in the first half, and then in the second half, 64 minutes in, we come forward on an attack, and what a terrible shot there from Joe Williams. Absolutely terrible shooting there. As we come forward on our first attack of the second half, Stephen Ireland going forward gives it to Williams, who takes the shot and puts the ball just wide of the post. Very unlucky there for Williams. He should have probably put it in the back of the net, at least on target. But he does put the ball wide of the post, and it does remain at 0-0 at this point. As you see, we were trying to pass the ball there, but end up getting the ball intercepted as they come forward on an attack of their own now, as they play a beautiful ball over the top to Breathway. But I don't know what happened here. The keeper catches the ball, and then I think that is Beavers takes his man out, and I don't have a clue why. I wasn't controlling him at that point. He just turns back into Brathwaite as he jumps and completely takes him out like a rugby tackle there. And he just drops into the floor. It goes down. It's a penalty in the 57th minute. And honestly, it was a dead game up until this point. And Brathwaite steps up, takes the penalty, and the keeper saves it. And that just proves how much of a dead game it was. Even from penalties, there weren't being goals scored. But then in the 79th minute, they were passing the ball around the back and they hoof the ball upfield. And it was a brilliant ball in the end. Stuart Downing on the ball now. Comes down that left-hand side. He whips the ball into the box. And an easy header for Britta Sombalonga to put Middlesbrough in the lead. And like I say, it was such a dead game. And there was so little chances that even when this goal went in, I was like, well, that's the end of the game, because of how little chances there was throughout this game. It was a brilliant header from Sombalonga. I've got to give it to him. A good diving header to put it past the keeper. But it was terrible defensive play again from our centre-backs, just getting lost in no man's land and leaving an open gap for the striker to put the ball in the back of the net. And like I say, there wasn't many chances, and there wasn't any after that goal, as the game does end one apiece. Honestly, the defensive play and the attacking play, you know what, the defensive play wasn't so bad up until that goal. That's when it just absolutely went to pot, and everything went wrong at that point. It was that one chance, like I say, that we messed up on, and it ended up in the back of the net, and we were just not getting enough chances to make them count anyway. And that was the end of that match, and it does mean that we are now going on to a losing streak, which I believe that is 2 games in a row now that we have lost. But we were hoping to reinstate that with giving Cameron Howison his first game in a Bolton shirt, his first start anyway, against Ipswich here, trying to recoup our form from the beginning of the season. Well, them 4 games that we had. Hopefully we could do that in this game, trying to do it with a lot of space. Hopefully they're trying to create a few more chances, hopefully trying to be better defensive unit, to be honest. That was what I was looking at more, I think, with being a better defensive unit because of how bad the defending has been in the last couple of games. We've conceded so many goals and we're just not scoring either. But like I say, Van Buren scored them 2 goals on his debut, and since then he's done literally nothing in these past few games. But McGuinness steps in for this game as we come forward with him on the ball, with Oshtumar giving it back to McGuinness, who plays a lovely ball over the top to Oshtumar. He went for the ambitious, but he does put it well wide of the post, realistically. I think he probably should have done a bit better. Fair enough, he was facing away from goal, but he hit it directly across goal. At least get the shot on target, but he didn't do so, and it does remain at 0-0. Going into the second attack, we lose the ball again in our own half that we've done so many times this season. As they take a beautiful shot there with Ward, and the keeper comes out on top, makes the save. Like I say, we've just been losing the ball so many times in our half in these past few games that we've conceded so many chances, so many goals from them chances as well, that we just need to be better. And they take a cross, and luckily for us, that header just goes over the bar. They probably should have put it in the back of the net at the end of the day, but luckily for us, they didn't do so, and it does mean that the scores remain at 0-0 at this point. At least it was more of an action-packed game than the last one. Not too much more, but as you see here, they get played through easily again. Freddie Sears on goal, but he smashes the ball wide of the post. And again, the keeper comes out on top in this one as he gets his knee in the way of the goal and turns it behind for a corner again. But like I say, the defence is just being broken down so easily. And again, another one of our passes intercepted. And another one of their chances come from that. As you see, a beautiful ball played into Roberts there. He manages somehow to keep it on. He whips the ball in, and it is in the back of the net again. Again, we concede another header. These crosses have absolutely been my downfall in the past few games. We've conceded so many headers, and realistically, the defenders just ain't getting in the way of them. They're being so bad positionally wise. The keeper probably should have done better there. Remy Matthews probably should have done a bit better. But Nolan does put the ball in the back of the net, and it does mean that we go behind again for the second time in this episode. And it does mean that we are 1-0 down again in this game. And honestly, it was going so badly. But at this point, we do get a chance straight from kickoff. Sammy Amiobe steps up, gives it into McGuinness, who turns his man. He gets into a decent shooting position, but the shot was straight at the keeper. An easy save for the Ipswich goalkeeper there. McGuinness definitely should have done better. He was a player I was so looking forward to using before this career mode started. And honestly, he's done so badly that I really need to be changing something with the striking options in this game, because they're just not playing well enough. But as you see here, we do end up splitting the Ipswich defence, and again McGuinness is through, and again he misses the target. And honestly, at this point, he's getting himself into the position, but if you're talking about clinical finishers, McGuinness definitely isn't that at the moment. If he misses a clear-cut opportunity to, it should have been one apiece at this point, but it wasn't, and they come forward on an attack to try and wrap up their victory in the 71st minute. As Roberts comes forward, tries to get a ball into the box, he does so, the keeper flips it clear, and it just comes back into the box. An easy finish there for Ward. And honestly, it was just, that just shows how our past few games have gone not in our direction, and absolutely been shambles up by so many things going wrong. Like I say, what was that for a touch from Oshtumar? I don't know what the keeper was doing, either going for the fifth, because at the end of the day, I think I don't know anymore. I really give up. It was so bad with the way that the defensive play was going. The attacking play just wasn't going right in this game. The only players that are playing well at the minute is the man in the middle that are actually being able to keep the ball a little bit, and even then we're struggling. But as you see there, he hit an unbelievable strike that hits the post. It comes back, and the keeper makes a decent save there to keep us only 2-0 down. It was a beautiful first shot and an easy shot from the second one, but it was at the keeper's near post, and it was a shot that he should have been saving, and he definitely does so. But that is all for this game. We do lose it 2-0, and that means both games in this episode were gone down as losses, which just isn't good enough. That means we are now on a losing streak of 3, and we really need to be improving if we want to be getting into them playoff positions, like I said. But at the end of the day, we're not scoring goals. We're not playing very well defensively, and we need to improve on that. But we'll try and do that in the next episode. So that is the end of this episode. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a comment to tell me how I can improve, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.